Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we're actually seeing some huge news over here and a huge win for PlayStation users and, well, maybe generally for anyone who holds Microsoft stock, but maybe not necessarily Xbox users. Where right now we're seeing a huge kind of breaking news these past few hours where Microsoft is now potentially going to be launching all of the next big exclusive games, including games such as Starfield and even the brand new Indiana Jones game that was just kind of announced at the Xbox Director Showcase on other platforms such as the PlayStation 5. Now, we don't necessarily 100% know how true or not true this is, but right now all the big media, press, and leaks are all reporting on this, the fact that all these big Xbox exclusive games may be coming to the PlayStation console, and as well maybe the Switch depending on which games you're looking at, maybe like a Hi-Fi Rush, etc. And a lot of this also kind of goes and stems off that big, initial thought process behind Hi-Fi Rush or Sea of Thieves potentially coming to these other consoles as well, and now it kind of seems like this leak and all this talk is getting a little bit bigger. We made a video earlier on today, you guys may have seen it, where basically Xbox executives have also now been talking and discussing on the fact that they want to go and bring all these different types of titles and etc., like older titles, onto these different platforms. And so far, it's also kind of maybe switching on up, where they may be releasing these console games day one too as well, or very, very soon after the Xbox launch. So give me your thoughts and comments on all this. Going to go kind of give you guys the proof, comments, and everything else. Make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on. We're probably live up on Twitch playing some Power World if you guys are bored and want to say hi, and of course all the Twitter, and let's dive on into the video itself. So, as I kind of mentioned, we've now been seeing a lot of big outside pushes from Xbox to go on these different types of platforms. Microsoft weighs launching Indiana Jones in the PlayStation 5, saying Indiana Jones and the Great Circle could arrive on the PS5 months after the Xbox launch. So Bethesda's upcoming Indiana Jones game was also tentatively set to launch on Sony's PlayStation 5 console. We got our first glimpse of Indiana Jones and the Great Circle during the Microsoft Xbox Developer Direct last month where it was announced for Xbox and PC. A source familiar with Microsoft's future plans tells The Verge that Bethesda is also considering bringing Indiana Jones and the Great Circle to PlayStation 5. A new multi-platform approach for certain Xbox games is emerging inside of Microsoft. We're told that the company weighing up which titles will remain exclusive and others that will appear on Switch or PS5 in the future. Indiana Jones appears to be part of the new wave of multi-platform games. While Bethesda will launch its Indiana Jones game first as a Xbox console exclusive, it's currently set up to be a rather short period of exclusivity. Now, we've kind of been usually seeing like a 1 year mark or so when it comes to these games, but when it comes to this one, actually might be a little shorter. We're here in 3 months, we're in 6 months, no one knows exactly, but long enough where you're not going to miss the fact that you're not getting the game overall. So apparently Bethesda is tentatively targeting a December 2024 launch for the Xbox and PC versions, and no one knows exactly when the next games might come out. Although it's kind of smart because it would also give them the holiday launch period. Most games or Game Pass or extra money or whatever it might be, bonuses, etc., are usually kind of divvied out throughout the December time. Or as well, like you want to get stuff for your family, kids, husband, wife, gamers, whoever it might be. So it makes a lot of sense. Like think Spider-Man, you want to launch the games around then. Think Starfield, you want to launch those games around then. You always want to have a holiday release game. So the exact timing and platform availability for Indiana Jones and the Great Circle could change, particularly as Microsoft's new multi-platform approach for Xbox games hasn't been finalized yet. And we kind of keep it up about how Microsoft has been evaluating bringing certain Xbox exclusives to PS5 and Nintendo Switch in recent months. Sea of Thieves and Hi-Fi Rush have both reportedly been under cross-platform consideration, and we understand that Microsoft has also looked into bringing other Xbox games to rival consoles. So we've been seeing this with Sea of Thieves, Hi-Fi Rush, and now apparently all these other brand new games, and as well, also maybe even seeing things such as Starfield too. So apparently also this actually might have been long-term thoughts because we're seeing that Indiana Jones and the Great Circle was originally planned for multiple consoles. And Pete Hines, Bethesda's former head of global publishing, testified that Disney had a contract for multiple consoles and that the deal was amended to be an Xbox console exclusive after Microsoft acquired Bethesda. So basically like old legal paperwork turned into all this new type of stuff as well. So Hines put the console changes down to potential delays in bringing the game to multiple platforms, adding to the fact that you're dealing with a licensor who's going to have a ton of feedback on what you're making, add a lot of time to your schedule. So basically trying to go and say like, hey, like we don't mind working with like say, all these big companies, but they're going to be very picky. So think like Marvel and Spider-Man. They're going to want to make sure the game is really good. Standards are high. They're not going to release, garbage games. And I think it's a very nice thing to go and see. So it almost kind of seems like right now they're switching to other random games, even future games, which I think this is huge to go and see. Now, of course, as well, this may have been more of an outside call. Once again, though, if like the deal was before Bethesda was owned by Xbox and maybe these deals already been signed or in the talks for it, in theory, they can maybe be like, hey, like give us Xbox exclusivity. We just bought Bethesda. We'll keep the deal going, but give us the game for a few months. And then obviously the reverse, they're going to be like, hey, no, we want to have the game released everywhere because we're not Xbox. This is our licensing, our deals, say for Indiana Jones. And then maybe they have the workaround where it's like, hey, we're footing the cost. Let us get the benefit on Game Pass. Let us get the benefit on Xbox, day one buyers, and then release it on PlayStation after the fact, like give us a little bit. We'll work more closely with you. Give us that little baby smidgen. But either way, it does kind of seem like games like this might be coming to the PlayStation 5, which also has the big news of Starfield potentially also coming to PlayStation as well. So let alone all the old school games, Hi-Fi Rush, Sea of Thieves, etc., but then also the bigger Bethesda games such as Starfield, and as well also, once again, Indiana Jones, where apparently now Starfield is coming to PlayStation 5, it's claimed. Several new claims have suggested that Starfield, originally slated to be an Xbox exclusive, could be actually coming to the PlayStation 5 soon. Once again, I think this is okay. Because at the end of the day, once the sales slow down, why not sell it to more people? And I kind of talked about this in a separate video where it's like, if you have it on Steam, you're going to make more money. Why not sell it on Steam? You're going to go have it on PlayStation. Why not? The game's already made, and all the big Xbox folks already got Game Pass to go play it or bought the game. So why not? At least in my opinion, I'm more usually pro-consumer. I just want everyone to go play games whenever they want. But basically, it does kind of seem like Starfield will be coming to PlayStation 5 following the Shattered Space expansion release on Xbox, which is scheduled later on this year. The report outlines that Hi-Fi Rush and Sea of Thieves will also be coming to rival platforms, probably the Switch for some of those, and probably maybe for the bigger ones like Starfield, PlayStation. And with the announcement that Hi-Fi Rush could release as soon as Q1 of this year, it said that a public statement from Microsoft on the news is expected this month, and we talked about that in our prior video. If you guys missed to go watch it if this video's all done, or say hi on Twitch, either or. But when it comes to this stuff, it does seem like Xbox executives are trying to push this new idea where it's, hey, let's just release everywhere. Because why not? The game's already made. Why not? Now, the big dream would be PlayStation doing similar, or at least having maybe console exclusivity as most places already do, but then also releasing their games. Like imagine Spider-Man on PC quicker, say, because it's on Xbox. Or imagine things like God of War on Xbox, because it's quicker. Imagine games like, say, Halo on PlayStation. Because why not? They want to make money, get Battle Pass money, keep the player base alive. Like in theory, it makes sense. There's just a lot of these companies are being kind of like, stingy. Mainly because when it comes to PlayStation, they make a lot of money on hardware. So they obviously want to go make sure their hardware is selling. So if all their games are available on Xbox, maybe people may not buy the hardware at the end of the day. Especially if maybe Xbox has slightly better specs, which as of right this second, they have a very smidgen better specs all around. Xbox Era also states that Microsoft has made additional investments into PlayStation 5 dev kits to support its change in strategy. So apparently Microsoft might even be buying PlayStations to go and make better games. We may want to do a little more of a deeper dive into that to kind of see if there's a deal or anything else with it, but either way. Windows Central Jez Corden also weighed in on the ever-evolving rumors earlier today too by saying that he does not expect Starfield to be coming on PlayStation as well. He does actually expect it. Saying, hey, our friend Jez, what do you think? Microsoft previously explained this current strategy, and the strategy does still seem to be consistent, where they want to bring games such as Starfield, Indiana Jones, or at least it seems like this is what they're going for, based on their public messages, based on how they want to have Game Pass on other platforms, and also the fact that they spent so much money on Activision, they want to probably get a lot of microtransaction money. Halo, microtransactions, Starfield, DLCs. When it comes to Sea of Thieves or whatever, maybe you have that just crossplay to keep the player base alive. There's a lot of additional perks going on for a lot of these games. In January 2024, rumors became rampant that Xbox would be releasing some of its games in different platforms. So it kind of seems like instead of just being these individualized games, Hi-Fi Rush, Sea of Thieves, they want to go release everything. Although, once again, maybe it kind of seems like a caveat of a timed exclusive game. And I think it's intriguing because everyone's talking about this. I'm cool with it. And I'm kind of curious to see on how much that would change up the gaming sphere as a whole. Mainly because I assume having games on PlayStation are probably going to stay on PlayStation. But if Xbox starts releasing consoles and games everywhere and Game Pass everywhere, well, is that once again going to part of the end of the Xbox console? I don't really necessarily know. But it's intriguing to think about and theorize. And right this second, we have to wait for Xbox to go public and kind of give their own thoughts on what they think they want to do in the future. But I want to hear all of your thoughts because this is definitely a big, all over the place. So definitely, I'm going to probably go through all the comments in this video down below. I want to see if you guys would be sad, disappointed, mad, angry, whatever it might be. I want to know in the comment section down below. Make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on. We have the Twitter and Twitch room down below. We're probably live up on Twitch right this second. And of course, I appreciate you guys all so much for watching all the videos all throughout this day. I love you guys all a lot.